Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will guide you to make a simple, modern, and interactive dashboard using Power BI for inventory management. In this first part, we'll prepare the canvas we'll use and prepare the data to create DAX for data visualization. Let's jump straight into Power BI. Here, I'll set my canvas to a larger size to improve visibility. We can change this in the Format panel, then open the canvas settings and change the type to custom format. I'll change the size to 1080 for the height and 1920 for the width. Next, we'll open the canvas background and import the background I prepared using Adobe Illustrator. You can download it from the link in the video description. After successfully importing, select Fit in the Image Fit option and set the transparency to 0, and this is what our canvas looks like. After that, we'll create a shape by going to the Insert tab and adding a rounded rectangle. Set the rotation to 270 degrees. Then adjust the size like this. Or you can adjust the height and length to approximately these dimensions. We need to change the rounded top corners to 5%, and the shape will look like this. Next, change the shape's color using this Xcolor code to combine with white later. Turn off the border for a clean look. This canvas is what we'll use to create the visualization dashboard. Okay, the next step is to load the dataset and then transform or clean it so it's ready for creating DAX measures and data visualization. To import the dataset, go to the Home tab and select Get Data. Then select Text CSV because the file we're importing is in CSV format. Here, I've prepared a dataset that you can download from the link in the description. Okay, let's select it, click Open, and when the pop-up appears, select Transform Data to go to the Power Query page. Okay, here we are in the Power Query interface. To find out which data needs to be cleaned, go to the View tab and check Column Quality and Column Distribution. Now we can see which columns are clean and which have errors or empty values, for example, the category column. We can see here that the category column has empty values, but there are only a few, less than 1%, so we just need to remove them by right-clicking and selecting Remove Empty. And voila, the empty values are gone. Now we need to check the other columns for errors or empty values. After checking, I think the other columns are clean and the data types are correct. Okay, once the data is clean, we can go to the Home tab and select Close and Apply to return to our canvas sheet. And in the Data Panel section, we can see the table we imported, which contains many columns. Next, we'll create a new table to store the DAX we'll create later by selecting the Enter Data menu and naming the new table Key Measure. After that, we'll select Load. And here, in the Data Panel section, we can see a new table called Key Measure. Now that we're ready to create a data analysis expression, we'll try creating some simple DAX expressions for our visualization. Here, we can right-click on the Key Measure table and select the New Measure option. This will immediately open a canvas for creating data analysis expressions. The first measure we'll create is total stock quantity, which displays the overall stock quantity. We'll use the sum formula for the stock quantity column, and we'll use this DAX expression later to display the stock KPI. Once we've created the formula correctly, we can click the Commit button here, and voila, we've successfully created an error-free DAX. Next, we'll create a second DAX measure using the same method. Right-click in the Measures table and select New Measure. The measure we'll create is the total stock value, which displays the total nominal value of all stock. This time, we'll use the SUMX formula. With this SUMX formula, we'll call all rows in the grocery inventory table and then multiply the quantity by the unit price. Then, for the third measure, we'll create the total number of products below the reorder level. This measure will calculate how many products need to be reordered to reach the safety stock level. To calculate the number of products below the reorder level, we can use a combination of formulas like this. The fourth measure is the average inventory turnover rate, which calculates the average number of times inventory is turned over during a given period. This ratio measures the average number of times total inventory is sold throughout the year. To create this measure, we can use the average formula to calculate the inventory turnover rate column. All right, we've created a DAX measure for the average inventory turnover rate. Next, we'll create the stock level status, but first, we need to create a DAX measure for the total reorder level. To simplify the formula we use to measure the stock level status later. This is easy. We use the sum formula for the reorder level column. Okay, next we'll create the final DAX measure, the stock level status. This measure will display a red icon and the status Need Reorder if a product stock is below the reorder level, and a green icon with the status Safety Stock if it's above the reorder level. We'll first create a stock level variable to store the difference between a product stock and its reorder level. Then we'll use a return statement with an if-else statement. If the stock level is above 0, it falls into the safety stock category. To create a green icon, press the Windows key plus semicolon, then find and select the green icon. If the stock level is below 0, the product falls into the Need Reorder category with the red icon. All right, we've successfully created all the data analysis expressions we'll use for data visualization.
So far, we've prepared the canvas for data visualization, cleaned the data, and created DAX measures. In the next part, we'll start creating data visualizations, including KPIs, line charts, bar charts, pie charts, and tables. So great work. Stay tuned for the next part on data visualization.